Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing another speed build. I hope you all liked the last one, but once again we're in Henford on Bagley, and this time I'm redoing the pub that's there, Gnome's Arms I think it's called, and I was really struggling with the shape of the house just because it kind of looked like a residential to me, and I obviously didn't want it to look like that. Just a warning here, halfway through this build I go for like a completely different color scheme, and then I change it to fit Henford better, but just beware, the first color scheme is not the end color scheme, like by a lot. But here I was playing with roofing, and I was using the like hexagon roofs. No, that's wrong. But anyway, I was doing that, and then I realized I forgot to add a roof on the porch, so I had to change up the roofing. I was also playing with the like spaces of the build, and I just did the classic like mesh one. I don't even know what you call it. So here I was doing the porch roof, and I just got rid of that slanted roof in general because it looked a lot better like that. We started the pillars, and these pillars I gave them this really bold color. This color scheme changes, don't worry, it's like not gonna be like this, but anyways, it's actually not a hideous color scheme. It's just nothing you'd see in Henford. It's like definitely something you'd see in like a dark area, because if you see me looking at the town, it's because I'm getting inspiration from the debug houses. I don't want it to stick out. As you can see, all the houses, all the shops in Henford have like a lighter color scheme. I'm saving because we have to save in this game, but other than that, they have a very much a lighter color scheme, and I went for quite a dark and rich brown color scheme. As you can see, like, look at all these dark browns and the pop of gold on the pillar. It's a pretty color scheme. It's just not Henford. It might be somewhere else. I don't even know if it would fit into any Sims 4 world. Maybe eco lifestyle, but probably not. Now I'm playing around with the wallpaper, and I wanted just to do different types of brick. I really like the color of the brick I was doing, like the dark brown, because I thought that was quite bold, and I normally wanted my brick to be like just not noticeable. And I chose this it's kind of like plaster from the Desert Luxe kit that we got for free if you owned The Sims before it became free. And I was playing around with windows, and I kept the seasons window. I don't think it looks good. I don't know why I kept that, but yeah, I played with that, and honestly, this is not a good color scheme. Like, I should not have done this color scheme, but it all fixes soon enough. Then I add like a veranda to the porch, and then I add this really pretty door. Once I find it, I add that door, and I think it just suits so well. I don't know if I change it, but I think that's a cute door. Okay, so now I'm landscaping, which if you guys have watched my other videos, you should know I love landscaping so much. It is so fun, and it makes your build 10 times better, because without landscaping, your build just looks like a shell, like an ugly shell. I was trying to play with the, fences, to have like a fence around the plot, and I don't remember if I ended up keeping it because this was a while back. I filmed this like a week ago. Ooh, okay, so I don't know if I went for this one or not, but it looks pretty. Yeah, I think I did go for this because it's definitely gives like, I don't know, substance to the build. And then back to landscaping. I just love to spam a bunch of these like bushes everywhere, honestly. I love the bushes. Like, they're probably my favorite category in landscaping. See, here I'm messing around with the wallpapers again because I realized they were not cute and they did not give Henford. So I think, filtering for packs that was Cottage Living, Horse Ranch, and Discover University maybe, and I think Cats and Dogs, because I feel like all those packs are relatively Henford on Bagley, even if they didn't come with Henford on Bagley. And I'm changing everything. I'm changing the pillars. I'm changing everything. And I really like the wallpaper where it's like cement and then it has like stone slabs in it. I used to think it's ugly, but I think it's really pretty now. And I just think it's funny how much we change our opinions of things over time. Because I did not like building. I didn't used to like building. Okay, but honestly, I used to be so bad at building. It would be a block and nothing else. But I'd already been building in like Bloxburg and Roblox games, yet I just think the maneuvers of The Sims was quite different. Because now I just hold Alt and Shift like on automatic, but I used to like struggle with like my hand placement for that, to be honest. Here I'm playing with windows and I struggle to find some cute windows because I feel like the windows that come with Cottage Living are cute, but they're a little bit small. And I tried to find one that wasn't too small or too big, and I really struggle with that. Like I was playing around for ages, except till I found these, because they're small but they still fill up enough of the space in my opinion, and they looked really cute. I think I kept this color, but guys, this build comes so much more together when I add the vines and like the full landscaping. That looks just so amazingly good. I'm changing the roof trim here because my roof trim was a little bit dark, and then I'm just playing around with every decoration you can do to the exterior, like flower boxes and all of that. Really, I went for these ones with Windenburg, and then I quickly removed them and added some high school years, like what you call it, like vines. And then I added some of these vines to go on the railing, and I think they look really great. And I added a ton of vines because vines look so amazing in builds like this. In Henford on Bagley, all my builds will have vines on them. There will not be a like any exception. They will all be covered in vines, and that is just how it is. Like I spammed these vines, as you can see, but it looks really cute, so I don't think it's too much, but it is a lot of vines. And then I just kept on with the vines, and I changed the door into the cute door, which is this one. But I also, ever since I used that first door for seasons, I think I've really learned to appreciate that's a good door, because I don't think I've ever used it before, but it's a really good door. Okay, that's weird how great I think the store is. But anyway, back to landscaping. I love the hydrangea bushes. I put them in every color in every build. It doesn't matter if we're in Sulani, you're still getting a hydrangea bush. And I was just adding a bunch of like debug vines too, and it was really cute. But at this point, I was just spamming plants, and there's not much commentary I can do on that. But back to the build, I think that roofing has become a lot easier for me over the years, because my roofs were absolutely terrible. They were always gabled, but I always put my gable roofs like the wrong way. Here I'm trying to do a passage, but it's hard for me because I don't really like the colors. And there I'm adding some flooring to the porch, and I really like this flooring. Like I tried it on the inside, and it's cute too. I did some what you call it lanterns for the night, because I never add like lighting. It's just not something I do. I just think I always forget. Like that's it. There's no other reason. I just forget to add lighting all the time. But anyways, I'm adding like the tables on the porch for the people who want to sit outside. I chose this little set from Cottage Living, and I think it's really cute. And I think it definitely gives We're Going to Gnome's Arms, if you know what I mean. But it's very beautiful, and it's not too far until we actually go into the interior. So if you're looking for that, I added a quick little sign because it felt too much like residential at the moment, and I tried to add a different sign, but I didn't. I just ended up with the tiny ones. And other than that, I think I was ready to pretty much go into the interior once I added some deco to the tables, and then I did. And then I chose this like tiny little white flowers from Love Struck, and I think they're so cute because they don't take up a lot of space, and they're really pretty. Now, something I really struggle with in every build is the stair placement for it to look good from above and from below, because normally my builds don't have the same shell. Like I don't duplicate my shell on top of the other. I like it to have a little bit of shape. But here I'm adding the cutest chandeliers ever, which are from Cottage Living, and I just love them so much. It's ridiculous. They are so beautiful. And then here I wanted to do like a cute little arch nook and a little passageway. You'll see what it is. It's like a passageway for the workers to enter the bar. I love the flooring from Cottage Living. I don't know what you call it, but what is it called? Like seaside floorboards? I don't remember. But I repainted the brick and put it on the interior because I think it looked really cute. And then I started scrolling through lot trades. I think I put cat hangout just because I feel like Gnome's Arms is the place where you'd have cats just come and hang out. Like, not cat friendly, but like there's always cats there. That's just something I feel whenever I think of Gnome's Arms. And Gnome's Arms is such a random thing to name the bar because that's what it's called, right? And then there's also like a decal you can use, which is Gnome's Arms. And it's just bizarre, but it's honestly kind of slay because what is Gnome's Arms? Exactly. But anyways, here I'm trying to figure out the passageway, and I found out this cute door from Base Game, I think. It looked really cute, and basically it's a passageway for the workers to get to the bar. And then I realized that the bar, the fourth stool of the bar will intersect with the stairs, so I had to remove that, but I managed to put it back in at the end. I think I twist the stairs, but here I'm just adding like a bunch of tables and chairs, and then I also add like a little reading nook in that archway because I think it's really cute. And honestly, I think I'm gonna do that more in bars. So you can see I'm just spamming chairs and then rearranging them, but it looks really cute, and I think the red is a really great pop of color. It kind of reminds me of a diner, so that's great, and it's really pretty, so I think it goes well. And there's also a ton of tables, so this bar will probably never be full. It will always just look naked, but I do have my MC population on 50 sims per lot, so it might not be that bad, but I still don't know. So you see, I twist the stairs around and then I add that fourth stool just so I can complete the requirements, because I think it's silly that you only need like 2 chairs in the like thing, but you need 4 stools. Like, it's silly. Even in restaurants, I think you only need like 2 tables to have a restaurant, which yeah. Oh, and then I added this little pub sign to the front because I think it was like, oh, it's a pub. So I think that was really important, and it like very much confirmed that it was a pub rather than, I don't know, just like a house in town. I spammed some grime because I think all Henford on Bagley builds are like, they rot quickly because there's so much vegetation. It's similar to my own town. It's just like nothing is in perfect condition, and that's fine. And Henford on Bagley really reminds me of like my small town in Wales. Like, it's really similar aside from Henford on Bagley being a little bit more whimsical, but I feel like the community is really similar. Like, everyone knows each other. It's like that, and I think that's a good thing. But here I was putting a bunch of paintings because if you know me, you know I don't like my walls to be naked. I like them to have lore. I like them to have paintings, but it's really pretty, so I love that. And then I'm adding the paintings, but I don't really know if I like love the paintings. I just started spamming the posters from Cottage Living because it's the only thing I could think of to put in the pub. And I started like adding plants because if you know me, I love adding plants in my game. I added like so many. It's probably a bit unrealistic because I don't know if there's that many plants in pubs, but it looks so much better, so I added them anyway. I think I'm close to moving to the second floor. Yeah, I might have moved to the second floor now, or I might have checked my requirements because, oh yeah, so I'm basically adding a little bit of deco into the little passageway, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the second floor, which I didn't do much with the second floor, to be honest. It only took me like 3 minutes to do. I added like a tiny little bathroom, which isn't very practical because Sims need to go to the bathroom all the time, and there's only one, and it's not very big, but still, I just didn't have another place to put it, so I put like a mirror, a trash can, just like all your classic stuff. And then, yeah, and then I added more seating in the main area. I did the little like diaper trash cans, and I know it's like so out of place, but I did it anyway. And then I added the jukebox. I feel like it was the most vintage thing, and I feel like they wouldn't have like a modern speaker. Then I added the TV behind the bar because I feel like people in the bar will be looking behind the bar to look at the TV if it's like a sports match or something. But I don't know anything about sports, so I don't know. And then again, I was putting seating in, and I know I added a glass door to the bathroom, but it's so aesthetic, and Sims don't get embarrassed about that, so I don't mind. And I added like the Love Struck mirror, but in a dark brown, and I just realized how vintage it can look because I feel like in the gold swatch it's like very modern, but like that it's not. It's just like a very lovely mirror. Yeah, so I just kind of spammed stuff in the bathroom and grime and anything because I did not know what to do at this point. I realized the pub did not need 2 floors, but it does look good as a 2 floor build, so I wasn't gonna mess around with that. So I would just put I think more paintings and bookshelves just because I felt like there was stuff missing on the walls. So I added some things on the walls and some plants, and that's pretty much it of the second floor. But again, so many plants because I love plants, guys. Your builds look bad because they don't have plants in them. Like, you should always cover your builds in plants. Like, look, I put the little plant ladder in my build. That is crazy. I know people will call me crazy. I added the little railing for the stairs because I feel like I never do, and that is probably unsafe. But anyways, so I believe that is the whole build. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching the speed build and listening to my yapping. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.